Everything starts in a crater on the moon. We need power to dig up some sick resources underground. Then we process them into different items, load them onto the shuttle, send them to Earth and boom, upgrades. So far, so good. Kinda like Satisfactory, but unlike that game, the Crust hits different and not in a good way. All the resources are hooked up, good. Basic items start rolling in, and from there we can craft advanced stuff. That's the gameplay loop, plus optimizing and expanding, of course. But then it happens for the first time. The mine runs dry. Gone. Time to find a new one. Each of the 5 resources exists multiple times, so you just need hopping from mine to mine, and your conveyor belts stretch longer and longer. More and more depleted mines need replacing. And what I didn't even realize at first, the Crust has a tiny ass surface area of just 16 square kilometers. So before you even know it, you hit, the end. In a building game, the map just stops. No new resources and... wait, what? But I've got dozens of machines running on empty, bills to pay and... the Crust? Once you've figured out where the remaining resources are, you already know how much time you've got left. And instead of expanding, you start rationing. That makes the Crust almost satirical, kind of fascinating to look at as a building game from the outside. Maybe even a commentary on the real world, but dude, seriously, in-game, I was losing my freaking mind. There is no way to expand the map, find new deposits or anything like that. Sure, you could import stuff from the international markets, but the Crust's core gameplay, it just stops existing. And then the panic sets in. You're clinging to the last few mines, devastated that the Crust just left you hanging. You desperately search for a solution, but the Crust has no solution. The Crust has no mercy. The Crust ghosted you long before you even really got to know it. It took me forever to start a new game, and after 150 hours, my first map was toast. But after 150 days, my thirst for moon money was back. And yes, it's like a toxic relationship. You know it's gonna wreck you again, but hey, just a quick visit. What's the harm? And after a few hours, and a few more, the hope of finding new mines starts slipping away, and I know that even though I have days of gameplay left, and days before I rage quit again, the Crust has already done it on me. But in a cool, in a calm and collected manner, breaking the hearts of thousands of passionate gamers. Shame on you. Shame on you. Sorry guys, I need a minute.
And, what about Metal Gear Solid back in the day?
No.
But Udo, you need to work that out for yourself.
I can't! I don't want to remember how a Kojima game became the best, but also the most unfinished stealth game of all time.
I'm back!
Metal Gear just cuts off mid-story, but for most players, the disappointment was only just beginning. Because Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain plays like a dream. The devs nailed the stealth mechanics.
Analysis complete.
Complex enough, but still letting you be creative, while keeping everything intuitive. Or at least, that's what you think. Hideo Kojima is a guy who puts everything into making amazing games, while his bosses obviously just want to keep the company profitable and shareholders happy. A bunch of dev changes meant the game was stuck in production hell forever, and instead of finishing his story and working on a sequel, Kojima and Konami had a nasty falling out. So the game got shoved out the door half finished. And the fact that the gameplay is so damn good makes it hurt even more. Players fell in love with the incredible thrill of sneaking through the underbrush, or silently taking out enemies, slipping past them at just the right moment. When you raid a small outpost, you've got endless options. Scout enemy movements ahead of time, or just go full psycho with a machine gun. Or you sabotage their gear, pick them off one by one. Okay, forget the dog. I just take her to the missions for now. Or you call in airstrikes. The sheer variety of choices let you mix stealth and chaos however you want. And then there's the base building feature, which, while not perfect, connects the world to your HQ. You snap up resources and staff from the game world, then unlock upgrades for the world by upgrading your base. A solid feedback loop, but then, out of nowhere, it all stops. The story ends just as it is, and you know that no Metal Gear game will be released soon or maybe forever. And you're alone again. Just like always. A great time, but a story that just ends. And this is breaking up. But hey, every breakup is also an opportunity to dive into something new.